A victim of serious violence in a state of distress called the police from a church ground in Scunthorpe. Vulnerable and seeking sanctuary, Shannon Mulhall couldn't have known that the officer who would later take her to a women's refuge, PC Simon Miller, was about to grossly abuse his position of trust.
So he's gone into the bathroom on the left and I've gone straight into the bedroom to grab a big rucksack to start putting belongings in. I've then left to go into the kitchen area to grab some more belongings, and when I've gone back into the bedroom, he was completely naked. This was a police officer on duty, meant to protect me, and now he's naked in my refuge.
I mean, it is astonishing and shocking. And then he proceeded to have sex with you?
Yes.
Shannon said she was frightened and vulnerable, and he took advantage of her. Afterwards, she says she was disgusted, but was afraid to report it.
You've got to basically go to the people who have just breached your trust, right? You've got to go to the police.
I was petrified. I didn't even ring them. I emailed them. That's
Right.
how scared I was. I emailed the police to say, I have something to report, but I'm too scared and I don't know if you believe me.
PC Simon Miller, seen here entering court when the case began, has pleaded guilty to improper exercise of police powers. The latest in a line of police officers who've brought shame to their uniform and dented trust in the police. Most notably Met Police Officer Wayne Cousins, who killed Sarah Everard, and David Carrick, who was unmasked as a serial abuser and rapist. And today the government's announced powers to remove rogue officers sooner. Those found guilty of gross misconduct will be sacked automatically. All officers who fail re-vetting will be sacked. And senior officers will now chair misconduct hearings.
The measures we're announcing this morning will make sure that there is nowhere to hide for police officers who do not deserve to wear the uniform or carry the badge.
As for Miller, he is no longer a police officer and could be sentenced to time in prison.
PC Miller sniggered in the dock as Shannon read out her impact statement, but she said she needed to do this, not just for herself, but to protect other women. And that is a growing trend since the murder of Sarah Everard by a serving police officer in London. More women coming forward, and they're doing it to protect other women.
Kevin Donoghue represents Shannon and specialises in cases against the police.
How many cases are you getting at the moment?
With abuse from specifically with police officers, we're getting at least several per week. It used to be maybe get one every few months, but now we're getting a few per week.
Right, that's a massive increase.
And these officers can come around with the protection that they can as police officers and have used and abused that, and it is done in a very underhand, very creepy way. And for me, that is planned, it's premeditated, it's sadistic.
Humberside Police recently announced it had dismissed 7 police officers for inappropriate sexist and racist messages. Misogyny and predatory behaviour has been identified as a problem within a number of forces. But it's people like Shannon who are helping root out those who shouldn't be in uniform. Jason Farrell, Sky News.